We need him time to.
Okay, sir. Could you keep interrupting me, please? Stop it. Stop. This is my sentence. Do not interrupt me.
We need a job to make money and people won't.
Well, how many times you think you're supposed to go through this process? We don't do that. You know what? You're not the only person on this probation that has some hardships getting from point A to point B.
What's good, everyone? Welcome. We've got a probation violation hearing today. Stick around till the end. You'll see why. Let's get into it. Inside an Oakland County courtroom, Joseph Samuel appears before Judge Sheila R. Johnson for a probation violation hearing. The file is open and the judge gets straight to it, going through every condition Samuel was ordered to complete and hearing him out on each one. But the more Samuel talks, the clearer it becomes that his answers are not what Judge Johnson is looking for. She didn't call this hearing to have a conversation. She called it for answers. These two are not on the same page. And once Judge Johnson realizes the answers aren't changing, the hearing moves in a very different direction.
Case number 24S01223SM, State of Michigan versus Joseph Samuel.
Attorney Mike Baldwin, 65417, on behalf of my client, Joseph Samuel, certain state building for the record. Judge, today's the date and time set for a violation of probation hearing. I have had an opportunity to review the probation summary report. We have gone over it in detail.
This is not a violation.
We're pleading guilty with explanation to 1,
It's not a
2, and 4.
What's that?
Your client's gonna plead to 1 and
2 and 4, not guilty to 3.
well, had he turned it in as of February 24? The fact-
What are we talking about?
Number 3?
Number 3.
But he says he verified it today.
It was verified today, but it was complete.
Well, we don't know about it till it's verified.
That's correct. So it was not done as ordered on the.
So then he's pleading to 3 too with that explanation. Okay.
He has subsequently
Mhm.
taken care of it. Is that
Okay.
fair?
And the vice rights form we got is a regular vice rights.
Yeah, I couldn't find it under some of the evidence.
Yeah, there's one. I guess Charles went to go get some.
Explain the burden.
Yeah, and I'm gonna explain it to him again. So, here he comes with some. Okay, so Mr. Samuel, you have a right to have a full probation violation hearing with your lawyer representing you. And at that hearing, the burden of proving the violation would be on the prosecutor. As your lawyer said, they have to prove it by what we call the preponderance of the evidence. So it's not beyond a reasonable doubt like a trial. It's like a kind of sort of like more likely than not standard 51. If you have equal scales, 51% to 49, just tip it a little bit. And if they can convince me just that little teeny bit, then of course I could find that you're guilty of violation. So if you have a hearing and you choose to have that hearing and you're found guilty, or if you waive your right to the hearing to plead guilty, that's when the penalties come into play. All right. So the violation dates back to February 24, 2026, at which time it was alleged that you had not paid off the fines and costs. You had not turned in proof that you completed the community service. You had not turned in proof that you completed the anger management. You had not turned in proof to verify that you were in mental health treatment. So those are the allegations. So your lawyers talked to you about those and tells me that you're going to plead guilty and you have an explanation at least to the one on the anger management, maybe more.
So papers on my mental thing.
All right, well, you can tell me about all of that after we please.
She's big lead. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I mean, I just want to explain it.
Yeah, you get a chance to explain. Don't worry. So has anyone forced or threatened you to make you give up your right to have the full hearing?
No.
And anybody promised anything to you? And you were entering into this plea freely and voluntarily after talking to your lawyer about everything. All right, so it's true that you did not pay off the fines and costs, had not turned in proof of completion of community service, had not turned in completion of anger management, and had not turned in mental health verification as of February 24th, 2026.
Yes.
You people, you gotta speak. I cannot record grunts. I may know what you mean, but I cannot record that because the record needs to be clear that you're saying a yes or a no. Okay, so you have to speak. All right, so that's sufficient basis, and I will accept the plea, and I will find that this plea is freely and standing voluntarily, accurately, and knowingly made. Okay, let's see. He was on a payment plan for $116 a month, but he never paid. What happened there?
You're welcome to go ahead. Yeah. Unemployment judge, I've been looking for a job since I had my probation revoked before. I was trying to tell you, even then that I've been looking for a job constantly every day.
What field are you in?
Go feel
No field.
like I'm unemployed. I'm unemployed.
I know, but what is your something you've mastered? When I say what is your field,
Oh,
like if they ask him, he would say my field is the law.
sure.
You know, he could be a lawyer, he could be a court reporter, he could
I've
be.
done a little bit of everything as far as custodial work, overnight stock at Walmart, Amazon. I was an Amazon worker for
What happened at Amazon?
just things didn't go right as far as technical issues with equipment and stuff, trucks, the kind of things kind of messed up. Not as far as, me having to do with it, but the business, they got what they got. I had to move on from that, doing with that, because I was real good. I was getting real good at it. Just like Walmart, I was let go in the middle of I was let go on the next day that I showed up to work, and they couldn't even tell me a reason why they let me go. That was at Walmart. I'm like, but I've been fired for what you getting fired for. And I'm here at work and can't sign in, and I'm here every day, like going, like I always.
Mm-hmm.
And I look up and say, why am I getting fired, getting let go when I'm doing my job and I haven't been written up? I haven't got into anything with, with management or anything. I work with 3 different managers, and every 3 different managers, I have no issues, no problems, no write-up. They just let me go without even telling me why. And then me and the manager looked at the computer system trying to figure out why they let me go. And she couldn't even find the reason why they let me go.
Maybe they were just,
But even after that, I didn't let that stop me.
Okay.
Still kept on looking for a job, going to grocery stores, going to fast food places, and they all say the same thing: apply online. Then
So
I
this
applied
was
online.
since 2025 February.
Yeah, since then. It's unbelievable, Judge. It's like I'm trying to figure out, just like how you're thinking about it, how I'm trying to figure
And
out.
even during Christmas, you couldn't find anything.
Yeah,
Usually they hire extra.
Yeah, I know. That's why I couldn't get out like at the grocery store. Like, are you guys hiring? Are you guys doing anything for employment? No, just put our application online. We'll see. But every time I put application, people that either they don't get back with me,
Okay.
or you know what I'm saying.
Well, okay,
If they
so
do, I don't get picked.
so back in February, I gave you the option of doing community service in lieu of payment. So if you couldn't pay, I allowed you to do community service. And we give $10 an hour for every dollar. I mean, for every hour of community service you do.
This understanding on that. I know you did, but I'm saying on
You
going
didn't
by.
do regular community service. I ordered regular community service, and then I ordered anything over that you could do, and it would go towards paying your fines and costs. And she says they gave you a booklet March of 2025. You never did it.
Yeah, I've been homeless. I lost my car. I had to get my car because I had car issues. Like all hell broke loose on me since this didn't even happen. Like trying to get back on my feet. So I've been trying to get back real hard, working and being, up and about it every day. That's how I always live my life.
But today you turned into anger management.
Yeah, I did. It took me time to get the certificate made. I had it right here. About my thing here about bought this, and the same thing with my mental health classes. I couldn't finish that. I started that. My car left me, so I was taking classes with the Zoom. I was still coming to classes, but because my payment and no payment, I couldn't come up with money. I had to stop coming to my mental class. I couldn't complete that. So it's like money has been my big major issue on everything. The fines and even me just living every day, finding food and whatever, or health products to keep myself up. So it's been rough, but I'm trying. I can honestly say that I'm trying, and hopefully I get blessed. And I can get back on my feet, get back to being productive. That's what I really want. Because I'm tired of being without money.
What do you want to say, Mr. Burke?
7694A status. I will also note.
Yeah, we see that.
Yeah,
You about to lose that.
yeah, I noticed that. Also note that he had a garnishment and the government took 168 out, presumably for this file. Your Honor, I've explained to my client, the public comes in with many explanations, reasons, or excuses for not completing the probation. At the end of the day, you either do the probation or you don't do the probation. Whether you can or cannot the court listens and gives chances. I will note, I do believe this is his second violation. He has emphasized that he does, like with many or most, he doesn't want to go to jail. He wants to finish this. He's on his second violation. He's got his 7694A. At my client's request, my suggestion was 2 weekends, 3 and 3 at the county jail, close the file. But he wants to take the path of completion. He's providing explanations or reasons why he's not getting to that. But at the end of the day, if Your Honor is going to allow him an opportunity to once again try the probation, the results are what matters. Getting the results on the day that the court ordered those results to be done.
Well, I already did that.
I understand.
I felt compassion for him the first violation. So what did I do? I did not take his status away, which means he still had the opportunity to earn no record. And it was at that time, failing to report, failing to verify mental health treatment, failure to pay your fine, failure to go to your screen, failure to do the community service. That was last fall of 2025. So many, not all, but many of the same allegations that we already have again.
But Judge, what he's trying to say is that I've done the work. I've done my classes and stuff, and I had my certificate and stuff, but I was doing my Zoom. I couldn't come up to, help get to the court.
Sir, the class you finished was in anger management.
Number 3.
Yeah. The rest of it, I don't know what you
I
finished.
couldn't finish the class if I couldn't pay the bill. Like,
Right.
no class.
So I'm trying to say, if you're listening closely, I gave you that chance to work on that once already. This is not a situation where we just kept doing the same thing over and over and getting the same result.
What I'm saying is that if I'm looking for a job and you need a job to make money and people won't
Well, how
hire you,
many times you think you're supposed to go through this process? We don't do that.
I know.
It's either you can do it or you
But I'm
can't.
saying if I can't afford, what can I do? I can't force to make any.
Sir, I don't know what to tell you.
And it's been like that for a whole year since I've been in trouble.
I get
Me
it.
being on probation.
But what am I supposed to do? I got an order out and I got a limited amount of time for you to comply. This is not a till you get a job situation. I got, by law, a limited amount of time for you to get the stuff done.
I'm saying, Judge, but I'm saying if I can't be employed and then I try to collect employment and I try to do the way the government wants me to do.
Well, we just go ahead and
I
take.
just get denied for stuff and just get.
Unfortunately, you've done what you could, but just wasn't enough for whatever reason. I'm not sure. I don't know all the jobs you went to, but
That's the thing.
I think it's also important to note under provision 1, I find it's uncommon for a court to jail someone for not paying fines and costs to the extent that they make a good faith effort.
he didn't do the community service.
I'm saying.
He didn't cost anything.
There's other things.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that I couldn't do it. I just couldn't get to it. Like I think.
Sir, you know what? You're not the only person on this probation that has some hardships getting from point A to point B. Half the people come through here don't even have valid driver's license. They just driving around. So then when we tell them, and if you got here, you could get to a place to get more service.
I can do it,
But you didn't.
I'm stressed, Judge. I'm stressed. I have high blood pressure. I'm stressed. A lot goes on with me. And I'm just trying to keep.
I think he's got some jail credit on this file. If search me correctly. And I think he's.
And then I don't know, me not being able to make any money, so that's the biggest part.
Okay, so what are you expecting?
I want to get hired.
No, for me. Because you keep telling me what you can't do because of outside circumstances that don't have anything to do with my order. So you keep telling me this, and I'm asking you, well, what do you want me to do with this information?
I'm asking you for mercy.
And I didn't give you any time before. I gave you a work program to complete.
That's what I'm saying, Judge, about the work program too. I misunderstood you. You know, I'm going about,
That's why you
going
have a
about
probation
how to go
officer.
you know.
That's why you have a probation officer. If you don't understand something, you ask the probation officer in your meeting.
I had a lot.
It didn't click.
It's a lot. I mean, I'm saying it didn't click in my mind because I had a lot. This and
Okay.
job, focused on the job.
Listen. What am I supposed to do with what clicks in your mind?
I mean,
I gotta understand.
I make mistakes.
Okay, and you gotta pay for them.
Okay.
I mean, gee whiz. So, citizen court, you're gonna pay $100 violation costs plus the money you already owe, which is $1,155.
There was a whole withholding, I think Friday, so we don't see that.
They garnished my whole check.
Well, whatever. If that happens.
But I'm saying they didn't even give me time to.
Okay, sir. As you keep interrupting me, please stop it.
I really did.
Stop. This is my sentence. Do not interrupt me. So whatever, he'll get credit towards it if there's some garnishment or something that went through, he'll get credit. Otherwise, we're gonna put him on a payment plan for when he does start working. He'll be able to pay $1,155 plus a $150 attorney fee and $100 violation cost and 10 days in the Oakland County Jail. We'll revoke the 769 4A status and terminate the probation.
So, Judge, are you really gonna send me to jail because I couldn't?
Did I say it? If I said it, I meant it.
I'm just saying, Judge, but I'm saying, never mind. I'm just trying to explain myself and you know why I'm getting, you know.
You expect me not to give you jail because you gave me an explanation that can't do anything about that. We gave you a chance once before. It's not like I'm just doing this. It's not like I'm giving you 93 days in jail. I'm giving you 10. You'll get some, well, I think it's fair. Under the circumstances where I got nothing here for compliance. And you're gonna get some good time credit. I think it was 1 day for every 5.
I'm just saying that if I have gone to the classes and stuff and couldn't pay for my classes and stuff, we got it.
Sir, listen, somebody else wants to be heard at this point. So you've been heard. There's nothing more I can do. That's the sentence to the court. Good luck.
Okay.
This is where a lot of people get caught off guard in Michigan when probation is repeatedly violated. The law is very clear. Once a 769-4A status is revoked and probation is terminated, that protection cannot be restored. The underlying offense remains on record, and the full sentencing range attached to that charge becomes available to the court. There are no more payment arrangements, no community service alternatives, no additional extension. Each violation narrows the options and widens the consequences. A third violation means the original charge is back on the table with its full maximum sentence. The court is no longer bound by probationary limit. The law does not reset, it accumulates. For more real courtroom cases, hit subscribe. And if you have an opinion on how this one ended, the comments are open. We will see you in the next one.